everyone, welcome back to another video in our World of Flowers flower shelf series. I think that's what I called it. I can't actually remember. Never mind. We have got this plant here today. Now I'm thinking this looks quite like a succulent, so I'm thinking of doing it in a sort of grey-green colour. I'm going to start with the Juniper green using the Polychromos. I know I started with the pot last time and starting with the plant this time. And I want it to be them to be darker at the bottom. I know I did that on the other plant as well, but it's how I tend to just automatically do them. But you know, I may do some different colour some differently as we work along the shelf. So I hope everyone's well today. This is quite a small little plant, but it's quite good. I haven't got loads of time today. I've been really busy. I'm not normally busy rushing around doing things like that. I try to avoid doing that, but I had to pop out and do a few bits. My son was home for a little while, so he was doing that, and then I'm planning a sort of quite a tea tonight for the children, which is going to take me a little bit of prep time. I'm going to use this one, which is the earth green. I always think this is like a sort of sap or sage green, something like that. And I'm going to finish off. I'm going to go over the bits that I've done already and then just extend that colour. I need to sharpen it. It's not really going where I want it to. Anyway, so I'm going to sort of planning a tea that's going to take a bit of prep. So all in all, I'm going to, I didn't have a lot of time, but I wanted to get a couple of videos done. I did a few from my how-to series. Now, you may have, let me think, what's the date? Yeah, you would have seen some of those already. If you've missed them, I decided to put a few out on a Friday lunchtime. It might not be a huge series. It might only be the 3 videos that I've made because I don't know if I'm going to be able to think of anything else. I have had some suggestions like how to colour gold or metallics or how to colour bricks or stones, but I've done videos on those before. So I didn't really want it to be sort of repeating too much the same, but we'll see what you know, see if they're popular. By now I'll know whether it's worth bothering or not. The idea came from the fact that I couldn't empty my Prisma sharpener, couldn't work out how to open it. So I had to watch a video to show me how to do it, and I thought there must be things that I've struggled with and learnt how to do that I can make videos from. I didn't want to do that one because I thought that person who made that one, you know, other people, if they need help, they can go to that one. So I did a few one on Prismas, how to get your I don't know if I should have coloured that bit, whether that sort of comes down there and that's a blank bit, or whether it comes along there. But I've coloured it now, so it's done, but it's up to you, have a think if you want to do it or not. Now pick some blues. Yeah, so I did one on how to get a lead out of your Derwent mini point sharpener. Sorry, you can't really see that. They're really hard to get the leads out. Did one on how to stop your colour pencil bleeding into white pen. And I think we're going to go for a lighter blue. I'm going to grab a few, blues, sorry, I dropped one. And let's start with my lightest shade, which is that light phthalo blue. And I'm going to just start at the top of the pot and work down. I'm just going to do a layer first and see, and then think about what I'm doing. And I did one on how to get a Posca pen started. I know it really confused me, and even once you've got it started, what happens when it stops working when you're using it? So I hope to I'm layering up a bit at the bottom, if I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So I hope they might be useful. We'll see what happens. They're just little extra shorts. I've been thinking about doing them for a while. I just thought I'd just get on and do it and see really. Middle phthalo blue, but I just had a bit of time, I thought, and then I realised I didn't really. But never mind. I would have had time had I not been faffing about. But you know how it is. It's Friday, you know. This probably isn't when this video goes out, but it is when I'm recording, and I just felt a bit chilled. And so I ended up doing not much. So now it's nearly 3 o'clock and I haven't achieved very much. I'm going to leave that one, and I'm going to do this colour on this bottom part too. Now what I want to do is what I did there is to make it darker on the outside, same as I did on this pot. I'm going to try and make it look a bit more rounded than it is, and if we layer up the edge and put less in the middle, it not only makes it look a bit shiny, but it makes it look rounded as well, which is quite fun. So I did say that when I had a short video I would do Mr. Snail, and today's is going to be quite short, but I'm not going to do Mr. Snail today. I will do him. There's plenty of other smaller videos. I think this one's going to be a bit of a mix. Like the next pot is really complicated in its design, so it may take a while, the video. I mean, the video is not going to be complicated, but you know, there's a lot of details and different colours and things like that to think about. So I'm just over colouring on this edge to really try and make a big contrast between this centre bit and the edge. I'm actually going to use a darker colour on it in a minute, but I'm just going to get all my basics down. So this is the Phthalo blue. So that one we've had light, middle, and Phthalo is like, this one is like the darkest. It's interesting, different brands of pencil label in different ways. So Castle Art tends to go pale, and then just a name like Phthalo, and then deep, and I don't know what Prisma does, whether it does similar. I haven't really taken that much notice, though. I have been playing with my new set, getting more daring, because I know that they break a lot when you sharpen them, and so it scares me a little bit. I'm just picking a darker blue. I think I'll go for, what's that? Yeah. Yeah, I'll try it. It's the Helioblue Reddish. I'm just going to try it. I want to just put a darker highlights, and, well, not highlights, shadows. I'm going to put a bit here. I think it's going to work well on this, particularly on this dark bit, but also a bit on here, but making sure I don't go too dark on this light area, else it's going to look a little bit odd. Just to sort of accentuate, is that the right word? Exaggerate, I'll say, the shadows. But yeah, so all the labelling on the pencils is all slightly different and colours are different. Now my husband is really funny. He uses Winsor & Newton paint. So when he talks in terms of colour, he thinks he's like, the way he says colour is the only way. Oh, it's a Winsor green, sorry, Winsor yellow. Oh, it's a Phthalo blue, it's a blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, but when you go to different brands, they have different names. And he only ever uses the one brand. I want to do some darker shadowing in. I'm going to use a Payne's Grey. The Payne's Grey is not as dirty or dark as a black, and it's a slightly purpley tone, so it goes well with the blue, I think. I would often use a dark sepia for shadows, but on a blue, the sepia is quite a brown colour. Now I'm thinking that this pot overhangs here, so I just want to put some shadow in underneath here to make it look like there's some, you know, it's sort of sticking out, that top bit sticking out. We did the same on that one actually. I'm wondering whether I'm going to do it under there as well. Don't really know why it would have to, but that's how it's drawn. There we go. And I'm also thinking I'd quite like to put them under here. I think it just makes it look a little bit more interesting, less flat. And pots might have little raised bits and knobbly bits and and you know, textured areas. So it might just be how it is. There we go. Now what I didn't do on this one was put any shadow underneath the pot on the shelf, and I think I'm going to add that in now. And I am going to use my dark sepia. It's a very long pencil. I'm going to sharpen it and I may struggle. Oh, I think it's okay. It's once, see, look, Once it gets too small to stick out for me to be able to turn it, then that's when I swap it for another one. But if I have to do a really big area, I do get hand cramp. But I've got some pencil extenders now that work okay with these, so I can do that a little bit. There we go. So we just want to make it look like the pot is creating a bit of a shadow under it, because it would, wouldn't it? You know. Okay. I'm just looking at that and feeling a bit fussy. I'm gonna, ooh, my dark sepia is rolling across the desk. I'm gonna use the light phthalo green, blue, the light phthalo blue, not green, to just touch up this a little bit. I feel like I can see too much paper through that top bit. There we go. Now I'm happy with that. I'm wondering whether to top. No, I was thinking I could put some pink tips on the tops of these, but I won't. I might do it in a different flower, but I shall leave that. I think it looks okay as it is. And we've got pink flowers here and here. I was just thinking, well, that I'm going to do those as flowers. I think that if we have a bit where there's lots of plants, non-flowering plants, perhaps we'll put a bit of pink in one of them just to lift it a little bit. I'm going to leave it. So thank you so much for watching. I know it's a little bit short this afternoon, but hopefully you enjoyed this morning's video, and there will be another 2 tomorrow, so plenty to keep you busy, and you can always look back. I'm sure I've done over 800 if not over 900 videos, so you might be able to find something else to watch. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and happy colouring.